What's up, everyone? So today I'm going to show you one of the ways you can fix if your front load dryer wants to be annoying and turn on but not start. Let's go. Alright, so this is what we're talking about here. We turn this bad boy on, all looks well, start, no dice. Could be a couple things, could be electrical thing. Mine is the idler pulley. Pretty common thing. I already took the top off here, so you just want to get those screws out the back. My wife said it went boom, a big bang, stopped working. So that was probably the idler pulley snapping. So you can tell up top there how my belt was loose, real loose, and then it's kind of moving pretty easy in here whenever I push it. There's not much resistance, and there's a little rattling. So that probably tells me there's a loose belt. So that tells me that's probably the idler pulley. So I gotta start taking this thing apart. Let's see if we can't diagnose this. A couple screws up top here. So let's start stripping her down. You're gonna have a couple clips that you need to get off of that. That just slides right out. And then you have 4 screws up top for the door, and then 2 screws kind of right down in here. So whenever you take these out, you want to, and this also is connected to another little cord you're going to have to undo. When you take this out, just keep all your screws bunched together in what sequence that you took them out, kind of label them, however you need to do it. So to get this final part here, the whole big old tumbler, if you will, we have disconnect that wire, and then we have 4 screws right here on each end, and then we also have this whole top part. I was hoping to get it out all connected, but I had to take this out separate. And again, this one's mainly a couple screws, and then we're going to trace through all these cords. Pop that baby off. We have to pop out the little vent down here on the bottom. This is by far the worst part, if you will, of this job. It doesn't take long, 10 minutes. Get the face of that off, and then now we can kind of just grab the belt and pull the tube out. So here you go. I will not tell a lie. So my whole spot here is ripped off, it popped off. That's where the big boom came from, and then the pulley obviously losing its power. Okay, so we got the parts here. I went ahead and got a pack of the pulley, a new belt, and a spring. Cost me $17 on Amazon. Could have paid $7 or $8 to get just the pulley, but that cost more, or that cost less, but it was going to be, took me a couple days longer to get it. We were in a hurry, so we just said, let's just go ahead and replace all of it and make it all ship shape and get it here the next day so we can get this thing fixed. So what we'll see down here is I have a screw, which this is connected to. You see me lifting up on the right side. There's a screw that we'll have to take out. Take that out, and we'll also have a spring that we'll have to hook up to. And this is kind of how you hook the spring up. And then whenever you put this screw in here, make sure that it's that thicker part is flush and it goes all the way in. So how I put this spring in, kind of looped it around. Hard to get a video. And really torqued it with my screwdriver to kind of tie it in. Here's a better view of it. Boom. All right, so now I'll replace the belt. My belt was fine, but I figured I got the part, might as well replace it. Okay, so here's the big part. You want the edges to be on these wheels, and then whenever I put this in, it's going to go, if I'm going from the belt to the right side, it's going to go over this little black wheel, under and around the idler pulley, like I'm showing with my hands. If I go left side, it's going to go around the left side. It's going to go over and to the right of this idler pulley, underneath it, over the right and under and back underneath and out of the black pulley there. So I will, once I get it in here, I'll show you what it looks like underneath here, because that's by far the probably, if you go in there and this thing's snapped, then that's probably the part that you're most confused about. So here's what it looks like. I'm on the left side of it here. So I hope that helped a little bit. You can pause it right there to kind of get a good look at it if you need to. Now we just piece this bad boy back together. So we have everything we did before, reverse order. Very simple. That's why we had this video to help you if you forgot a part or forgot screws or what goes where. Here you go. 4 screws for this first part on each side. Connect the cord. Let's then put the top frame back on, and we're going to fish the wires through. 4 screws for you as well, sir. Front part back on. A little latch right in there, and then you'll have 4 screws up top, 2 in the door. I've taken this thing apart too many times. I know, like the back of my hand, I've had so many heater element issues with it. And then the top part, which clicks in after we plug in the 2 electrical cords to it. Click in. Top part in. Screws in the back. You can kind of test it out before if you want. So let's test it out. Thanks for watching.